The scale command in IGEMS has a handy reference feature that can be used, especially if you're importing images through the SignMaker module. So I'll go ahead and open up a file here. So we've got this gasket here, and if I measure this right now and measure from here over to here somewhere, see that this is about, I'm in metric right now, so 2.2 meters across, which is probably a bit bigger than it's supposed to be. A couple things we can do. First of all, always a good idea, use the cleanup command when you first bring something in here so you can kind of reduce the size of it. So right now the default tolerance is 0.001 millimeters, so we'll just go ahead and clean this up a bit. That'll get rid of some of those points on there, so it's not quite as large of a file to work with. So there were 7,113 points before, brought that down to 6934. If I change that to say 0.1, then that'll reduce those points further. So now what you can do is, so this is probably supposed to be a nice round circle. So what you can do is on the CAD tab, you can do things like draw a 3-point circle. So you go to the submenu here, you can go to draw 3 points. So I can kind of pick 3 points on here and come up with something more resembling a round circle. And I'm going to move that away for right now so I can use that. And then I can use, back on the Tools tab, I can use the Replace feature here. Down the bottom, specify source objects, so I click on my nice round circle here, and then target objects, can go through and click on these things that are supposed to be round. And then you can also use your edge fix command to go through and smooth out some of those edges and such. But we'll save that for another video. So now that I've got those round circles, now we can use those, and I'll just delete that, and we can scale this down to the appropriate size. So let's measure and see what these are right now. So if I measure, say, quadrant to quadrant here, so about 38.2 millimeters. If I know that these are supposed to be, say, 12 millimeters, I can go ahead and use my scale command and scale this down. So I can go to my CAD tab and transform submenu scale. Down at the bottom prompts me to select objects, so I can select everything. And base point, I'll just hit enter. And I'm going to do R for reference. And basically what you can do is give it a dimension that you want to reference everything off of. So if I go from quadrant to quadrant, and then tell it that that is supposed to be 12 millimeters, so I just type in 12, and then everything will be scaled down appropriately. So if I measure now from quadrant to quadrant, this will be 12 millimeters, and then if I measure from here to here, now this is 700 millimeters across there. So that's how the scale command can be used to scale something down that you brought in through Image Tracer. If you have any questions on that, let us know. Thanks.